What made me decide to get help for our son, Todd? December 17th, 2014, Todd was driving to Colorado to pick up a friend from college, and he got pulled over and arrested, and that changed his life. And when he came home, my husband and I said, Todd, this is not the way the Shahnazi family behaves, rolls, whatever you want to say. And we said, you need to make a choice because your life is not going to end like this. And you need to do some serious soul searching and think about how you want your life to be. And we said there's the Thelma McMillan Center, there's AA, there's many places to get help. And we kind of left it at that. And December 30th, he enrolled into the Thelma McMillan Center, and that changed our lives. How did we choose the Thelma McMillan Center? Well, I work at Torrance Memorial, and I had met Carl McMillan in 2003, and he shared his story, and he talked about how he hurt from what his sons went through and how he wanted to make a difference in our community. And he made the first donation to establish the Thelma McMillan Center. And I'd been going through with him and learning about the program and seeing what good it did in our community. But until you go through it as a parent, you don't realize how important to have a group, an organization who supports you is in the recovery journey. And when Todd enrolled in the Thelma McMillan Center, I felt confident and yet still worried, because we were still worried because he had gone through so much with his addiction. After going through the program, they educate us as family members on how to be supportive and not be an enabler. Every Saturday from 10 to 1 for the first 3 months of his program, we were there listening, sharing with other families. They talked about addiction and how it's not just a physical symptom, it's a psychological symptom, and we have addiction in our family. My grandfather was a member of AA for 45 years. I had an eating disorder for 17 years, and I told all 3 of my kids, you do not know one hit, one drink, what it's going to do to your life. And I wish we had the Thelma McMillan Center when we were younger in my life, but I'm grateful we have it now, and they made all the difference in the world in Todd's recovery. Our family life has improved for so many reasons since we chose the Thelma McMillan Center. But the number one reason is we have our son back. Todd, when he was using, would make choices that were not really him. And now that he's been sober for almost 4.5 years, over 4.5 years, he is loving, he's productive, he has a path in life, he's getting married in the fall. You never stop worrying as a parent, but to know that he always has the Thelma McMillan Center, we always have the Thelma McMillan Center as a resource. We have our son back and we have our life back, and I could not be more happy with the outcome. I mean, I looked through an old sheet because when we go away on vacation, we'd write rules and instructions for our kids on what to do at the house. And I was reading one before he got sober, and I put the last sentence, it's so, no illegal activities. And I thought, we don't need to say that anymore because we know he's sober and he's making the right choices. And it is a relief. It is an absolute relief. And he was convicted. And we actually had to set up times in the middle of the day because his life was going to meetings, all night. We'd come home, we'd get up in the morning because he didn't get home till like 2 a.m. from going to the meetings. He'd sleep, then he'd get up, he'd work out, and he'd be back at more meetings. And he logged every single meeting he went to, which was part of what the counselors tell him to do and whatnot at the McMillan Center. But it was a powerful, powerful journey to go through with him. It's just, and I'm thank the Lord in the McMillan Center that we're on the other side. And God willing, it will continue, but we still know it is still one day at a time.